So we have new confirmation on the ridiculousness of how bad Thor: Love and Thunder is going to get.
Yeah, we also got the toys that got leaked.
Yeah. So that's why I'm trying to show a picture of the toy. And I think I had told you, I says, here's what I expect. I
Yeah,
expect there to
yeah,
be a scene. I expect there to be a scene where they go to Earth because there's going to be a God killer played by Christian Bale. And they're going
yep,
to go to Earth because that's where the new Asgard is.
yep,
And Thor's going to show up at some point, either, you know, fighting alongside of her or come up a little too late. And she'll be known as King Valkyrie. That's actually what's on this package. It's a little hard to see. I'm sorry, I can't get it to blow up anymore. But there it is. You can probably see it now a little bit
yeah.
better. Anyway, King Valkyrie.
But you
You can
can't be
see
a
Chris
king, but
Hemsworth. You can see Chris Hemsworth going King. I thought you had to be, for you to have be a king. It's like, what do you mean by that? I can just see this sort of like mansplaining feminist lecture moment that's going to be so cringe, and we're now not supposed to be questioning king versus queen, gender, language, and all this nonsense. And this is second to the Lady Thor storyline, which is basically the
yep,
entire premise of the movie. Because the other toys show she's fighting the bad guy as Mighty Thor, and Thor is on the boat.
yep. And also, Valkyrie in this universe. As far as I know, they are gonna explore her bisexuality in the show, and
Oh, it's okay.
because the actress, and I can never
I'm
say
sorry.
the
I say that meaning I don't have any confidence that they can quote explore anything like that in a way that can be entertaining for me. I say that in the most cringiest way of like, oh God, they can't handle anything properly. So why do I
I
think I
gonna
want
say
them to? You know
this.
what I'm saying?
What when I watch stuff that has LGBTQ in it, anime and manga is one of their places I go because they always does it right.
Hmm.
They always make it entertaining, and they always have this beautiful story between two characters. And they don't focus, oh, this character is an LGBTQ character. They focus, this is a character, you will like the character. She has a good story and it's interesting. That's what a lot of anime and manga do, and that's why I love anime and manga when it comes to these sort of things.
Well, I gotta be
Um,
honest. If Valkyrie, first off, again, maybe you guys know the comic books better than me. Why is she called just Valkyrie? Does she not? I thought they were. I thought the group of these warriors were called Valkyrie. Doesn't she not? Does she not have a name beyond that, or is that just her name? I'm actually very confused. I know it sounds like a very rudimentary question in some ways, and I feel like I've missed
mm,
something. I thought they were called the Valkyrie, but she's also called Valkyrie. It's like a weird naming issue for me personally, but that's
yeah,
not
no, her
here or
name
there.
in the comics is of course Valkyrie.
Okay.
I haven't read so many Thor comics in my life because he was never a character that I really cared much for in
They're
the
terrible.
Marvel.
I'm sorry to be critical because if it's not Walt Simonson on it, I can't recommend a Thor comic book. Particularly because a lot of the dialogue for Thor is again, no offense to the Norway guests that I have on my show, but they use this weird Norse approach to English. Like we try to have sort of a hybrid language of like it's
Yeah,
not Norse, it's not English, it's just something. And I was like, as a reader, especially the younger I was like, I had no
yeah.
patience for it.
No,
And
I
I can't
totally
do that. I can't
agree
do
with
the
it.
Lady Thor comic. I see it. I know she has
Yeah,
cancer. I know she gets the hammer, and I just can't do it. Maybe someone else can tell me that they
yeah.
read it or something. I can't do it. I've
No,
tried.
I
Oh,
I remember when I watched Ragnarok and I saw Valkyrie, and of course it was Tessa Thompson. Uh,
hmm
that was the first time I ever saw her in a movie.
hmm
And I'm just like, Valkyrie is a European character. She's supposed to be, this European blonde white woman.
hmm
And I'm trying to understand how in this mythology were these characters person of color. I have nothing against people of color, but I was trying to, why is her character and her race like people like that? It's just like, it's European and Norwegians, Danish, Swedish, all those kind of people,
Well,
right?
it's really simple, Jace. I'll explain it to you. Because they got away with it when they race swapped Heimdall.
Yep.
We weren't calling things out then. We
Nope.
didn't care. We were like, okay, well, Heimdall doesn't really matter. But we should have raised our hand and go, listen, I'm sorry, why is the black dude a Norse god? Like that's
Yeah,
weird. Like something's wrong here. Like
yeah. Like I always thought that was weird, but he was just a great actor, and the way
I know
I
he
did it
got a
is like
pass, and we
he
created
got
that
a pass.
we
Yeah,
created the gateway. He was the
yeah,
gateway drug to Valkyrie.
yeah. Unfortunately, that happened, but yeah, I know they talked about that. Kevin Feige said that in this movie, Love and Thunder, of course, so Valkyrie is gonna explore her bisexuality, and of course, we are gonna get to the main thing with it. It's Mighty
Mhm.
Thor, and that is apparently Jane Foster, and they did it
Yep.
in the comic. I know that the movie that they're making are based off the Mighty Thor comics with her as Thor, and Thor is a name, not a title that people still seem to forget.
Yep. It was his name.
And
Yeah,
also
it's weird.
in the comics now, I don't know if they are gonna do this in the movie, but they did release something big in the comics. I don't know if you have read it, but the Thor's hammer is a female force inside of it
Oh,
that
right. I
pops out.
saw that. That was
Yeah.
yeah. I think I caught this through Ripa, Young Ripa,
Mm-hmm.
Eric July's channel, and he was talking about basically the female hammer and stuff, and I was like,
Yeah.
what on earth? And I actually saw a recent cover, a preview cover for something, and that Avengers team had Lady Thor front and center. So they've already started with making sure that she's included in that sort of thing. 'Cause
Yeah.
it was like the typical. It was exactly what you would expect. It's Miles Morales. It was Kate Bishop, Captain Marvel. It was Lady
Yeah.
Thor. It was all the stuff you expect that's coming. I think Black Cap is in there in the back because even though he's black, he's still
Yeah.
a man, so he has to be in the back. It was just like
Yeah.
once you see these things, it's hard to like not be bitter and jaded because they're all so signaling, if you will.
Yeah. And Jane Foster / Mighty Thor in the comics, she's like, she's not a popular character in general of all the people that I know. And not many people that I know have ever liked her at all. And even in the movies, not no disrespect to Natalie Portman, but she was one of the weak things in the Thor movies.
That's for sure. That is for
um,
sure.
so
I
it
don't
is
know.
gonna be interesting to see what she's gonna do, but I have a feeling that this movie is gonna blow. Everything with it says this is bad. I am concerned, and I don't like. I can't pronounce Taki. I can't say his name.
Oh, Taika Waititi.
Yeah, I just
Taika
call him Titi.
Waititi.
Yeah, I
Yes.
just call him Titi. So
Let me. I have to
uh,
move my. I have to move my microphone so I can log into Marvel Unlimited, so I can
yep,
show you something on there because you were talking. So you keep talking while I
yeah.
pull this up.
Now, normally I just call him Take Away Titi. Because I can't pronounce his damn name. But I didn't like Ragnarok. I didn't like that movie at all. Like I said, I like the second movie better than Ragnarok. It was too much of Guardians of the Galaxy. It felt like a Guardians of the Galaxy movie. I didn't like Hulk in that movie. So whatever Titi is gonna make with this, I remember he said, "Don't call her female Thor, but she is a female Thor, man. That's what she is." Um, I am not excited for the movie. I don't like the director or I don't like that guy. The only thing that I probably will like in the movie is Peter Quill because I love Chris Pratt.
Mm. Yeah, what I was going to show you is not showing up on the desktop version. On my app, it shows popular characters.
I'm just looking at
And
the chat.
yeah, the chats. They're going to it.
Take a white titty.
Yeah, you got it, Gray. That's it. That's
You
that's
got it.
the
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
even good.
Jace version of this.
Yeah,
Yeah, I like it. It's okay. It works for him. So,
yeah.
Yeah. Right?